Minasan, konnichiwa. このビデオでは、Minnaの日本語レッスン3の文法についてです。はい。じゃあ、始めましょう。So the grammar notes for this particular lesson, it's not so much. So we have location demonstratives. Remember in the last lesson we learned about demonstratives. We learned kore, sore, are. And we also learned when those demonstratives modify nouns. And so we had kono, sono, ano. So this time around in this lesson, we're going to be learning location demonstratives this time around. And then we're also going to be learning noun, place, like when the noun to is a place, how we say it. And then we're going to be learning how to ask the question of which and where. Then we're going to learn another use of no in this lesson, and it's usually when we're talking about the origin of a particular product, either the company or the country where that product is from. We're also still going to be looking at the prefix o. We already discussed this in the last lesson, so it's just a repetition. And then we're going to be talking about price, accent for price, ikura desu ka, and how to go about saying some of the prices in Japanese and some of the irregularities in it. Now let's get into it. Ja, the first one. Koko wa kyoshitsu desu. This is a classroom. However, this is koko, so it's like the nuance is this place is a classroom. So that is what this is. Koko wa kyoshitsu desu. Kyoshitsu, classroom. Koko wa kyoshitsu desu. The second example, koko wa jimusho desu. Soko wa jimusho desu. Soko wa jimusho desu. That is an office. So it's like that place is an office. So it's like maybe me and somebody's passing. I'm like, that place is an office. Then the next one, asoko wa daigaku no shokudo desu. Remember no? When we have something of something. So daigaku, this is like the canteen of the university. So that was what we learned in lesson 1. If you've not watched the video, the bumpo, check it up here and go and watch it. So I just decided to form it into a sentence because that's Japanese. The more we move, we're going to be making more complex sentences by just adding everything we've learned and then moving forward. So it's a build up. So you can't skip one lesson and then go to the next lesson. Ja, asoko wa daigaku no shokudo desu. That is the university canteen over there. Asoko, over there. So koko is here where I am. So it's like this place is a classroom. And then that is an office. So this place is a classroom, that is an office. And then over there, that is the university canteen. The next thing, location demonstrative. So now, if I want to say something is here, the reception desk is here. Uketsuke wa koko desu. Uketsuke wa koko desu. The next one is kaigi shitsu wa soko desu. So the meeting room is there. It's like maybe somebody asked me, where is the meeting room? It's there. Soko desu. So it's like kaigi shitsu wa soko desu. Robi wa asoko desu. Robi wa asoko desu. The lobby is over there. So this is about place. So where we are currently, the reception desk is here. So this is the reception desk. The meeting room is there. Soko desu. Closer to the person that I'm speaking to. Now, if it's not close to both of us, it's like Robi wa asoko. Asoko, it's over there. Yeah. This same koko, soko, asoko, you can also use kochira, sochira, and achira. And it will mean the same thing. So, tatoeba, uketsuke wa kochira desu. Now, this time around, it's just polite. Uketsuke wa kochira desu. Or I can also still change it to kaigi shitsu wa sochira desu. It's like it's that way or it's there for being very polite. Robi wa achira desu. It's that way. The lobby is that way or the lobby is there if I'm being polite. So achira, kochira, sochira, achira can mean two things. It either means like the direction, or if I want to be polite for koko, soko, asoko, then we use kochira. sochira, and achira. Now, when we want to talk about doko and dochira, it's where or which. 例えば、受付はどこですか? 受付はどこですか? Where is the reception desk? そこです. It is there. そこです. It is there, as simple as possible. Now, if I want to ask in a polite way, トイレはどちらですか? Now, let's say I'm not asking my mates and I want to be polite. トイレはどちらですか? Or you're just meeting this person for the first time. You can't just go and ask them, トイレはどこですか? Preferably, トイレはどちらですか? Where is the toilet? And the person can answer, achira desu. It's over there. It's over there. Achira desu. Another question can be, Mike-san wa dochira desu ka? Mike-san wa dochira desu ka? Where is Mr. Mike? Mike-san wa dochira desu ka? This time around, you can answer with where that place is. So instead of saying asoko desu, koko desu, or achira desu, you can say the place. So 例えば、教室, the classroom, 会議室, something like that. So for this one, Mike-san wa dochira desu ka? Where is Mr. Mike? And I can just say jimusho desu. However, the one that is most acceptable is to say jimusho ni imasu. Jimusho ni imasu. He is in the office. Jimusho ni imasu, or he's at the office. He's at the office. That's very acceptable, but this is grammatically okay. Jimusho desu. So it's like, I'm moving. Mike-san wa dochira desu ka? Like, where is Mr. Mike? Jimusho desu. That says everything. Yeah. Also, when we want to ask about what country you come from, or what company you work for, or what school you attend, usually dochira is used. And this is because, so dochira here will serve as your what? And this is because it's going to sound odd to ask okoniwa nandeska, but when you want to ask like where a person is from, it becomes okoniwa dochira desu ka? What country are you from? Okoniwa dochira desu ka? And my response is Nigeria desu, from Nigeria. Another question can be kaisha wa dochira desu ka? Now this question can be like two. Yeah, it can be two questions. Kaisha wa dochira desu ka? It can mean where is the company? Like maybe I'm here and I'm asking where is the company? It's over there. Achira desu. Or depending on the context, don't forget that Japanese is a very contextual language. So depending on the context, it can mean which or what company do you work for. So if we were here and we're discussing about our work, our life, or we're just meeting each other for the first time, of course, I'm not asking you where is the company. So I'm asking you which company do you work for. So the response will be blah 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 company. So ABC desu. So ABC company, ABC desu, ABC company, or whatever company you work for, you just say the name. Or if I ask you gakko wa dochira desu ka? Either I'm asking you where is the school or which school do you go to. So depending on the context. Yeah. The next is when we want to talk about the origin of a product. So this is also another use of no, the origin of a product. So when I want to ask where a particular product is from. So usually if you have a first noun and then you have no in the middle and you have a second noun where you have a place and then a product. A place and a product. It means that product was made in that place. So a location is noun one and then a product is noun two. It means it was made in that place. 例えば、これはどこのカメラですか? これはどこのカメラですか? Where is this camera from? That's the question. But the nuance is actually which country or which company is it from? So depending on the context of what we're discussing, you will know which answer to give. But for instance, one answer can be Nihongo camera desu. Nihongo camera desu. It's a Japanese camera, or it's a camera made in Japan. Or depending on the context, it could be Panasonic no camera desu. Panasonic no camera desu. It's a Panasonic camera, or it's made by Panasonic, or it's a camera made by Panasonic. So it's a Panasonic camera, or it's a camera made by Panasonic. As simple as that. Then this is a repetition. We did it in the last lesson. It's just how you add O as a prefix, and whatever you're talking about after it becomes very polite. So they can stand on their own, but when you add O, it adds a nuance to it of politeness. So okuni, country, omiyage, souvenir or gift, osake, alcohol, okashi, sweet, onamae, name, ohuro. Ohuro is bath, and then you have that. Now, the last thing we're going to discuss. Kore wa ikura desu ka? How much is this? How much is this? Or you just want to say, learn how to say money in Japanese. So, as I said, if you know how to say 1 to 10 in Japanese, you would know how to, navigate around numbers. So it's the same thing about age, and it's also the same thing with prices. However, there are some pronunciation difference that are just, there's no rule to them. You just need to oboemas, you just need to memorize it. Yeah. So, 例えば, 100 is 100, and then 300 is 300. Now 200 is 200, just like 100, 200. But when it comes to 300, it becomes 300, 100. Now when it gets to 600, it becomes 600, not roku now, not roku, 100, it becomes 600. Then we have 800. 800 becomes 800, 800. Now 1000 is 10. Then we have another difference. This time around, just two. 3000 becomes 3000. 2000 is 2000. When it gets to 3000, it becomes 3000. Then 8000 becomes 8000. 8000, not 8000. Not 8000. 8000. Then we have 10,000, which is ichiman. 100,000 is juman. 1 million is hyakuman. Then 10 million is senman. And then finally 100 million is ichioku. Ichioku. So now you should be able to say money in Japanese. Ja, minasan, in the comment section, you can use any of the forms to also make your own sentences using the vocabulary that we had studied earlier. So let me know in the comment section. Whatever sentence you want to make, just make it in the comment section, and I will correct those sentences or give you feedback on the sentences you've made. That is the best way to practice, actually. Ja, see you in my next lesson. Matane!